All right, welcome back, everybody. May the Lord bless you. I pray y'all are having a beautiful, blessed day, this beautiful Saturday afternoon, as we give the Lord all the honor, the glory, and all the praise. Now we want to talk about the Kenites. I know a lot of y'all been waiting on me to do this video, and I might have to do a part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, or whatever, because this is one of these topics, subjects, we could say, that a lot of the church don't want to teach. I'm not saying everybody. And if you don't understand who the Kenites really are, even to this day, you would understand a lot of what's going on in this world. And for all of y'all that followed along when we was talking about the fallen angels, the Nephilims after the flood, all those videos that we had on her and what happened in the garden, then this video is going to make sense to you. This is kind of, bringing us up to where we at now from leaving those videos. Now, let me say this off top, out of love, because some people believe in the serpent seed doctrine. Some people don't. They don't believe it. And then we can say it like this: some people don't believe in nothing at all, So I'm saying that off top because I believe in the serpent seeds doctrine. I've heard the other teaching of the biting of the apple and all that stuff that a lot didn't line up. But once I prayed a while back and told the Lord to show me in the spirit, and here's the thing that really brought it out for me: learning the original meaning of the words in the Bible, going back to the Hebrew, the Greek, the original, and looking at it from that perspective, then it's totally different than what most Baptist churches would preach about a biting of the apple. Because when you start talking about sex in the Bible, a lot of people don't want to hear it. So I want to say that off top. Now, if you do believe in the serpent seed doctrine, to those that like to go a little further, that can allow their mind, to go ahead and go a little further and don't just accept anything and stay right there, then this video is going to make sense for you, excuse me. And even if you don't believe, that's fine also. If you want to stick to the belief of the teaching of the apple and all that stuff, that's fine also. I'm not knocking nobody's belief. Now, if you can believe that Cain is not from Adam, just like I asked in the other video yesterday, why is Cain not mentioned in Adam's genealogy? I said that for a reason. And if you caught that, then you see where I'm going in this video. Now, in John, let me pull that scripture up right quick. Well, no, I know it by heart. John 8:44. Jesus made a statement. He said that ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from what? The beginning. He don't care nothing for the truth. He mixes lies with a little bit of the truth. He's talking about how Satan was. But who was Jesus talking to? He was talking to the Kenites. Who are the Kenites? Those are the offspring of Cain. The Kenites. Now, once again, who was Cain's father? Now, when I say this, half of the world gonna disagree. To me, according to the Bible, I know we got the King James, but I'm telling y'all, I look at what's originally said. A woman can get pregnant and have twins. Fraternal twins especially, just like I'm a fraternal twin, can have twins by different men. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. But if you can understand that in your mind, has it happened? Yes, it's done happen. I don't know how many times, and it's still happening. Now, let's keep this in mind. There is nothing new under the sun. I know of one of my best friends right now has twins, and he's only the father of one. It's already been done. There's nothing new once again. Now, the way Satan operates, this serpent, this dragon, the different names, keep in mind who he originally was. He speaks lies. He is a liar. So, back in John 8 and 44, Jesus just called them really who they was. He was calling them Kenites. Y'all are of y'all father, the devil. You ever wonder why Cain was so wicked, but Abel wasn't? Cain was just straight up wicked from the beginning. Wasn't nothing godly really about Cain if you really look at it. Your first murder mentioned in the Bible, murdered his own brother. So Abel didn't get a chance to have no children at all. Cain made sure of that. So when you look at these Kenites, who Jesus was talking to, the sons of Cain, he called them what they was once again. You are of your father. What does Satan do? Steal, kill, and destroy. Those Kenites, they didn't want to hear what Jesus was telling them. Now, when you look in John 8 and 45, Jesus said, and because I tell you the truth, ye believe me not. And then when you look at verse 46, in that same chapter, he said, which of you convinced me of sin? And if I say the truth, why do ye not believe me? So this shows you the Kenites was present in Jesus' day, and they still present right now. Now, after Cain murdered Abel, we all know that was the curse. Cain's descendants were cursed, y'all. Now, if you are of the wicked one, once again, how can you be really of God when you don't have the Spirit of God in you? The Kenites have false doctrines. This is why it is so important, let me say this, to really understand what happened in the garden. If you allow your mind to go a little bit deep, but if you don't want to, like I say, that's fine also. This is just a teaching of this. If you could really understand what the Bible was breaking down, and understand why Satan wanted to mess up the bloodline. He never wanted Jesus to be alive, period. If you can understand that, then you have to understand sex had to be involved. I told K-Ray the other day, if you're going to try to destroy me, and you don't want me to have my own seed, then the best thing for you to do is to kill me. Murder me. That way I can't produce no children at all. How I'm going to be fruitful and multiply if I'm not around? You see what I'm saying? So you got to take out the top man. That would be me. Satan knew what he was doing by trying to mess up the bloodline. That's why I taught about the fallen angels, the Nephilims. Now you got generation after generation. Now remember this. Enmity was put between the seed of Eve and the seed of Adam. Y'all see how I just said that wrong on purpose? I just made a statement that said enmity was put between the seed of Eve and the seed of the serpent. I didn't say serpent at first, did I? I said Adam. Why did I say that wrong? Because I wanted y'all to catch that the wrong way I said that, because people have said that. The Bible said enmity was put between Eve and the seed of the serpent. Why? What is the seed? He ain't talking about no sunflower seed. Talking about your offspring, your descendants. The Kenites through their father Cain. Cain knew his punishment was greater than he could bear. He said it in Genesis 4 and 13. That let me know Cain knew it was other races around. So Satan, once again, polluted the genealogy. That's what he did. Never wanted Christ to be born. Think about Eve, which was considered the mother of all living. That's why Mary had to come and do what Eve didn't do. You ever heard somebody say Mary is the second Eve? Or you hear people say that Jesus is the second Adam? Y'all see why people say this now. So Satan, once again, tried to prevent Christ from being born. It's all in the Word. It's all in the Word. And then you wonder why in Matthew chapter 13, when you get around verses 36 through 39, there was a parable that was told. The Bible told us that Jesus sent a multitude away. And he went into the house, and his disciples came unto him, saying, declare unto us the parable of the tree, of the tares of the field. And he answered unto them, he told them, didn't he? He said, he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. And then he said, the field is what? The world. Then he said, the good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are who? The children of the wicked one. Let the wheat to the tares grow together. Why? Because at harvest time, the Lord is going to do the separating. Why? You had fake Jews and you had the real ones. So the enemy that sold them is the devil. The harvest is what? The end of the earth age. And the reapers are who? The angels. If y'all want to see that video, we talked about that whole parable. Now, the serpent, a lot of people can't understand this because they keep looking at a snake. Oh, snake crawling on his belly, man. It's just a fairy tale. No. Serpent in the Greek means Satan. Satan beguiled Eve. Y'all catch the scriptures. Now look up beguile in the Greek. That means to wholly seduce, to feel on, to touch. Look up beguile. See what you come up with. It's not going to be taught in too many churches. Even Paul, Apostle Paul, knew what happened in the garden. He taught it. Back in 2 Corinthians. A lot of people just skip over it. He knew that Eve was seduced by Satan. Paul looked like he talked about sexual immorality more than anything. He talked about the flesh looked like more than anything. He talked to the churches about being in the light and not in the dark. But most people are going to teach you the biting of an apple. And then you wonder why the Bible said, God said, how did y'all know y'all was naked? God already knew what they had done. God is all knowing. Why was they trying to cover themselves up? So to me, yeah, something sexual happened. Stuff I was taught growing up never made sense. They wanted to cover up sex. Now, the reason why I'm saying is because when you start talking about trees and so many different things in the Bible, they are symbolic of what? When you look at trees in the Bible are also symbolic of people. Now, remind you, the Bible said that the serpent was pleasing to Eve's eye. He was pleasing. That's how beautiful he is. When did Satan become ugly? When this is God's most beautiful creature ever created. The Bible goes in all the details about how beautiful Satan was. When did he turn into an ugly beast? That's false teaching. Transferred into an angel of light. He was pleasing to her. The Bible didn't say that Adam was pleasing to Eve. It was talking about the serpent. The devil. Pleasing to the eye. That means you look good. Now, once again, y'all, to the ones who don't believe what I'm saying, about what happened in the garden, on this kind of teaching, that's fine also. It won't make sense to you. But where do you think the Kenites are right now? That's my question to y'all. So to me, the serpent seed doctrine is so real. And if people can't see the struggle between the children of light and the children of darkness, I don't really know what else to tell you. Lord rest his soul. Pastor Arnold Murray from Shepherd's Chapel got criticized so much for teaching this as he backed it up with the scriptures and the original meanings. He got most hated on for this. And when you look into the way he taught this, you see the truth. But I'm talking about from also what I've studied for myself. once I got past what the symbols was representing, when I started thinking about sex and how generation after generation, how sex is a big part of the Bible that's never taught. And then when you think of, this is the thing I always tell people, how is it you can understand the fallen angels could produce and have giants, but yet it's still a serpent can't produce? See, that don't even make sense to me. I heard people all the time, yeah, man, them fallen angels, man. Yeah, they came to the earth, man, made it with the daughters of men. They held up, had sex. But when somebody say Satan had sex with Eve, oh no, that ain't true, brother. But you just said a fallen angel, the one Satan who can transfer himself into a what? Angel of what? He can't produce. I disagree with that. He can produce. He did produce. But that's me, and I'm going to stick to that. Especially according to what I've studied in the Bible. I don't expect everybody to agree with that. PP drawings, I know you know what I'm talking about. The thing is, y'all, these Kenites, let me take it all the way there, because we see this new world order. The Kenites are the new world order. See, there's so much I can say to this, because I can even take it back to Moses' day. But I'm going to leave that out of this video and probably do that in part 2. But the Kenites are the new world order. Who is the Antichrist? Think about that title, Antichrist, false Christ. That means somebody got to come first to imitate Jesus, the Christ, the anointed one. This is why most people are going to be already caught off guard, in my opinion, are going to fall for the Kenites. They're going to fall. I'm going to tie this in with the mark of the beast also in the next video. But this is how Satan is so slick. The serpent seed, the Kenites, oh, they all up in this world. Who is really hiding behind the nation of Israel? Y'all see what I'm saying? This is why my belief, once again, Eve had fraternal twins. One by Satan and one by Adam. Y'all, let me tell you what they call this. If you got time, Google it. Look it up. That's called superfecundation. superfecundation. Type that in. Which is the fertilization of two or more ova from the same cycle by sperm from separate acts of sexual intercourse. Go Google it. So this term is derived from fecund, meaning the ability to produce offspring. So it has happened so many times where a woman have had sex with different men and had twins, but they could have different fathers. As Solomon said, ain't nothing new under the sun. Well, we might say the Bible said, or the Lord said, I like to say, I think Solomon said that. There is nothing new under the sun. So it's believing what you can't see is really why a lot of people can't understand it. Well, you got to show me that. I got living proof of twins with different fathers. Nothing new under the sun. That's why I can accept this teaching. And then I can also look at the other teaching and be like, I understand why they teach the biting of the apple, because the children and all. Oh, but when you start asking these questions on how the giants got her and so many questions that you have, they want to shut you up. It's by faith that I take this in. Most Christians won't even study about the Kenites. The Kenites have tarnished the legacy of the Jews. Y'all think about these Kenites and then look at how close they was with Jews. See, when you look at Cain, what Cain did, Cain went out east into the land of what? Nod, after he killed Abel. He married some. Who did Cain marry? Where did Cain get his wife from? Their offspring became known as the Kenites. Let me say something stupid here. Would God tell a snake that his seed and the woman's seed would have enmity? Do they even make sense? Husband and wife, Adam and Eve. He wanted to mess up the sex, destroy the children of Adam and Eve. The sin in the garden tells us why we are in the shape that we are in all the way to this day. Understanding these symbols and what they represent. The Kenites have all the traits of Satan. We ain't taught this a lot. Let me tell you something else we not taught. If you can just walk with me for a few more minutes. The Kenite scribes and those Pharisees, ain't they the ones that helped put Jesus on the cross? They the ones that got the crowd to start shouting out, "Crucify him." Now, I said something in a few older videos. I said the Jews put Christ on the cross, his own. But if you caught what I was really saying in that video also, was I was saying that it was some fake Jews out there. The Kenites. The fake ones that was out there. It's always fake people around. In your family, it's fake people right now. They always been around whenever they ever left. It's always somebody got to imitate. And that's what Satan is good at, imitating. Jesus the Christ. The Antichrist. Jesus and his followers. Satan and his followers. See what I'm saying? He marked everything that the Lord does. Those Kenites, they were so convincing, just like who? They father. Just like who Cain father? The devil. They were so convincing that they got the crowd to shout out, "Crucify him." Give us Barabbas and crucify the one that ain't done nothing wrong. Why? Once again, they want Jesus dead. But see, Jesus put an end to all this when he got on the cross. Jesus paid the price. Now, as I close, ask me, where do I think these Kenites are? Still right around to this day. Kenites are in Hollywood. Kenites are in a lot of the churches. Kenites are all up in the Illuminati. Oh, come on, can we keep it real? They are in a lot of doctors, lawyers, judges, the music industry. I ain't saying everybody, y'all. But this is where they are. Everybody's not evil. As we close, even when you get to the end of the book, Revelation, get around chapter 3 and look at verse 9. Who was Jesus talking about then? When he was talking about it was some ones out there saying they was Jews, and they was not. They was fake Jews, acting like they was the real Jews, and he gonna put an end to that. He was talking about the Kenites. We'll go ahead and end right here, so we might come back with a part 2. I know some of y'all gonna say I'm crazy, and then some of y'all gonna say, JT, I studied the same thing you talking about, and I see where you're coming from. And even if you don't agree with old JT, that's fine. This is just food for the thought. This is just something to throw out there to the ones that want to go a step further. With that being said, I love you. Y'all take care and remain blessed. Peace.